This is station KMBC, Channel 9, Kansas City. KMBC's entire broadcast schedule is a copyright original compilation work. No recording or retransmission or other use may be made of KMBC's programming without the express written consent of KMBC TV, Channel 9.
Good morning. This is KWGN TV, Channel 2 in Denver, and transmitter link KAL92, beginning another broadcast day. We are owned and operated by WGN of Colorado Incorporated, with transmitter atop Lookout Mountain near Denver. Portions of our programming today are pre-recorded. All rights to the program materials seen on this station are reserved. These programs may be received only in places where no charges are made and may not be used in any other manner. This seal of good practice is KWGN's pledge to present the finest in entertainment, educational, and informational programs to our community. It indicates our adherence to the television code of the National Association of Broadcasters.
WSNS Chicago.
WSNS now concludes its series of unscrambled public service programs. Please stay tuned for On TV, the greatest value in home entertainment, providing the best in current movies, live sports action, movies from the film capitals of the world, and concerts. If you are not an On TV subscriber, please call 699-6688 for more information. Now, for all On TV subscribers, please stay tuned for On TV's scheduled programming starting in 2 minutes.
You are now viewing our transition from the commercial mode to the scrambled mode.
WSNS Chicago.
WSNS now concludes its series of unscrambled public service programs. Please stay tuned for On TV, the greatest value in home entertainment, providing the best in current movies, live sports action, movies from the film capitals of the world, and concerts. If you are not an On TV subscriber, please call 699-6688 for more information. Now, for all On TV subscribers, please stay tuned for On TV's scheduled programming starting in 2 minutes.
Good morning. Today is Saturday, May 22nd, 1982, and this is WNEV-TV, Channel 7. Welcome to WNEV-TV's first day of broadcast service to the New England community. Our studios are located at 7 Bullfinch Place in Boston's Government Center. WNEV-TV is owned and operated by the New England Television Corporation.
There's a new day dawning. Our work has just begun.
Now is our chance to take a stand for you.
Bring your New England special point of view.
Wait till you see what we've got planned for you.
Come this fall. There's a new day dawning.
We're working this summer to make your 7 bright.
You don't build a shining new day overnight.
There's a new day dawning. The new 7's just begun. The new 7's just begun.
there. Hello, everyone. Obviously, it's been a while since we've talked. A little choked up here. Hi. Hello, YouTube. I'm here. Your hero has returned. I don't know. I am just testing out some equipment. I've got a microphone, and I've got a Stream Deck, and I've got some capture cards, and I'm just testing it out. It was doing some testing over on Twitch. Now I'm over here on YouTube just to see if it's good, if it's bad, what the difference is. Who knows? I would love to find out, and so that's why I'm here. I'm gonna do that. Let's see what's going on. How's everybody been? What's going on? It's September. Usually I'm around in September. So you guys watching movies and stuff? Anything good? Any good movies? Spooky movies? No, don't get excited. That's not what this is. This is not. I'm not going to suddenly just like, here's a movie series. I could, but I didn't make any. This is just literally a test. Just seeing how this works, seeing how my computer handles the load. See if this software works as intended. See if these switchers do the things they're supposed to do. Trent's here. I'm going to talk to Trent because he said something in the comments. See how back and forth real time this is. I'm glad you're safe, Trent, from the California hurricane. We had one here in Florida. It also was not that bad for us. It was bad for where it was a direct hit, but for me and mine, we were okay. So no. Us Florida people do not make it seem worse than it is. We have it worse. You guys, that was a tropical storm. That was an intense rain event. And there was some bad flooding in California. So don't dismiss people's tragedy. But yeah. So yeah, I'm testing this resolution. It should be streaming at 1080p. Hopefully you were seeing things in 1080p. Should be going out at 30 frames a second. I didn't think it would be smart to push it to 60. Me personally, I'm gonna push it to 60 because I mean, look at me. I'm getting there. But so I'm curious if you hear me fine. I'm curious to know if you can hear any room noise. I'm curious to hear if you can hear me banging around on the desk, if you can hear me clicking the mouse, anything like that. I'm curious about that kind of stuff. And then I'm gonna play with some audio sources here in a second and see what happens. But first, let me check the stream to make sure that okay. So we have not gotten dinged yet for any reason. Okay, that's good. So you're saying this audio is high quality. And you do hear this mouse clicking? The mic is just on a stand. It is not on a thing. It's not on an arm. There's no shock mount on it or anything like that. It's just sitting on the desk. So I'm fairly confident it's going to pick up any desk movement, and I've just got to become aware of not touching things on the desk. Although sometimes I'm going to have to. So let's try. I've got some gaming stuff set up here because of I was on Twitch doing audio testing, so I'm going to do that here too because it's already set up. And God knows if I put any movie footage onto YouTube, I will get banned instantly. So let's switch to that. That didn't work. There we go. Okay, that was me checking out the eShop. Hey, Alex. Thank you. I was just thinking about Python the other day. I should rewatch Python and also Boa and Boa versus Python, but not Python 2 because I have a feeling that still sucks. Let's put me in there. Hello. Hi. Testing this out. Don't worry, I'm not going to play games or anything. That's not what this is. This is just the easiest thing to where there is audio that I can test with for future plans, whatever those might be. Who knows? Actually, if you were listening to the Twitch stream, you know what the future plans are, but I actually shouldn't have said them out loud because I'm keeping them close to the chest area. I'm just going to fire up a game for a second because I want to test how it sounds if I've got my levels set. I did not have them set right on Twitch. It was too loud. I checked the recording, way too loud and bad. So let's fire up some of this because it has good music. Invasion USA is certainly one of the best movies ever. Certainly one of the best Christmas movies. Okay, so how do I sound? You've got this game audio going. Can you hear me clearly over it, or is it still too loud? Because I can bring it down. I'm just not curious because it's all mixed in my head. Like a lot of things. So I've got my finger on the trigger here. Someone just say, too loud, or sounds good, or anything like that. And then we'll talk more about Boa versus Python, which I think that was a Sci-Fi Channel movie, wasn't it? Was that their big? Music's a tiny bit loud. All right, let's bring that music down there. Okay, I've turned the music down a little bit. Tell me if that is better. Okay. All right, so I brought it down a couple of notches. If it is still too loud, I will bring it down a couple more notches. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna bring down one more notch, just for fun. There we go. Wasn't that fun? Fun is the best thing. So let's switch that. That works. Switch me back in. That also works. Switch. Look at this. Look at all these things that you can do now. You used to have to work in a television station to do this. It's crazy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Okay. I'm glad that audio level is better. Let's go back to webcam here. And I'm just gonna mute that. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, this is perfect. This is a good time. We're having fun here. So, what's going on? I don't know. I didn't have anything prepared. No statement, no surprise like, oh, here's a video or anything like that. Maybe later. I'll tell you what I told the people on Twitch when I was testing over there earlier. So I'm gonna do some video game content because, you know, I know none of you care about that, but I do, and I like playing video games, and I like maybe making videos about them. But also, I was thinking of doing something, maybe next week, maybe a little bit after, depends. There's a horror series I'm currently watching, about halfway through it. And I have a feeling when it's over, I'm going to have some thoughts. So I was thinking maybe to announce like a live stream kind of event, sort of like this, where, you know, I'll just come on and talk about these movies and share some thoughts. It'll be totally impromptu, just improvised. It won't be scripted like, you know, the other videos, and won't feature any footage because can't. But you know, we could talk about it. I'm sure you've seen at least one of these movies in this series. worth a shot. I have the means, I have the technology to do this, so I'm gonna give that a shot. Pay attention next week. Let's maybe pencil in a little live stream about some horror movies. It won't be the same, but it'll be something. And I kind of want to have a conversation about this stuff because kind of fascinated by this franchise. It's a bizarre franchise so far. I'm halfway through it, and I have thoughts. And I imagine a lot of other people have thoughts too. You know the horror community. They're outspoken. They like to say things. So anyway, look for that. My CPU numbers just went from 6% to negative 17,000%. So something just happened. Let me double check again to make sure I'm not banned. I don't seem to be. Good job, me. Looks like I'm pulling this off. Okay. Weren't the Piranha reboots at a water park? The first one anyway wasn't it? Although it was more of like a it wasn't really a water park. It was just more of like an outdoor, like here's a lake and there's a pier you can jump off of, and Jerry O'Connell is here. I never saw that second Piranha remake. I should maybe watch that. I am doing a thing over on Letterboxd. If you follow me there, I do this every year, or have for the last couple of years, where I'm just pulling stuff off my shelves of like, why do I own this? Do I need to keep this? And watching them and you know, seeing if I need to keep them or not. There's a link somewhere here that'll get you to Letterboxd, and you can watch that. See, I'm not very good when I have to come up with stuff on the fly. You like me better when it's scripted. I know you do. I know you're thinking it. You're all thinking it. I know. Anyway. I'll be happy to take any questions you might have at this time. Any questions? Please feel free. I'm gonna have a beverage here for a second. Oh, that's delightful. That is just wonderful. So, yeah, I'll hang out another 5 minutes or so. I think I got the settings between here and Twitch about to where they need to be, and happy to dance for you or whatever it is that you want. Does the stream quality look okay? Is there any big chunky parts of it besides yours truly? Oh, Silent Predators. Which one was Silent Predators? Was that the one with it's not the one with the William Cat. That's the one with I've forgotten which one Silent Predators is. The Silent Predators is the one they're transporting the snake gets out because there's a car crash, and then the snake like mates with every snake in the area, and then there's monster snakes. Is that the one I'm thinking of? And is that the one with Treat Williams? Or is Treat Williams in... Oh, shit. I did too many snake movies. There were too many. Too many snake movies. I remember Python. Obviously. That's it. Yeah. It's the one with rattlesnakes. You know, the most silent predator, the rattlesnake, the one that makes the most noise. The quietest snake, the rattlesnake. Am I going to check out Starfield? I have already put about 60 hours into Starfield. I have fallen down a deep Starfield hole. Tonight is the first night actually since early access that I have not been playing Starfield. I chose to do this over that. That game rules. That game is fantastic. So, do you think would I re-review Invasion USA or Hard Ticket to Hawaii or any other bad news? It's hard to I would not re-rate or reconsider Hard Ticket to Hawaii. I'll say that right now. The thing about Andy Sedaris movies, except for his first movie, which is called Seven, which came out in the 70s, where he had to put a rape scene in it, and I believe it was against his will. That's terrible. But he didn't want to do it, and I believe afterwards he said, I'm not putting that content in my movies because who wants it? He was right. All of the sexual scenes in any Sedaris movie after that were wholly consensual. You know, I got no problem with those movies. I hope those actresses were treated fairly. I believe they were. I know Julie Strain was a a big fan of Andy Sedaris because she was in all the DVD intros and stuff like that. You know, I hope those ladies were treated well. But, you know, the movies weren't necessarily gross. They were explicit, but, you know, no, I'm not re-rating stuff like Hard Ticket to Hawaii. I can't imagine changing my mind on Invasion USA either. So, no, it really comes down. A lot of 80s movies are not problematic. I'll just go ahead and say that. Revenge of the Nerds is a huge problematic movie now based on today's standards. It is difficult to apologize for certain scenes that happen in Revenge of the Nerds. I can't help but to mostly still enjoy Revenge of the Nerds because I think, minus a couple of scenes, its heart is in the right place. But those couple of scenes that aren't are really bad. So, yeah, you can kind of brush that off to, oh, it was the 80s. But I find more often than not, 80s movies were more okay than you think in terms of decency. It's rarer for me to come across one that is oh yeah, this is bad, than one that just is just a normal movie that takes place in the 80s. I'll say that. Let's see. What other questions we got here? Is there a reason why you rarely see people review bad war films? I think because... So a bad war film is both depressing and also bad as a movie. So you've got a depressing war thing, and then you've got a depressing movie thing, where it's just like, oh, this isn't very good. And also, it sucks. The situation that they're in. I recently watched Michael Dudikoff in the movie Platoon Leader from our friends at Canon. It's dull as shit. It is not good at all. So you've got the Vietnam War, which is a horrible situation, and you've got a boring as hell movie that there's no interest in it. And why would I watch Platoon Leader if I can watch Platoon? There's just Dudikoff's not doing anything in that to interest you or anyone. So bad war movies are just bad. They're just boring. They're hard to watch for various reasons. So that's probably why there's not a big like, hey, this shitty war movie's fun. It's not, because it's going to be bad on multiple fronts. Let's see. Have you ever changed your mind about a movie after seeing it in Blu-ray quality? Yes. I cannot tell you. No. Okay. because I extensively covered this film. Christ, not Ghost Ship. God damn it, what's the other one? The George Kennedy one. I'm stumped. I stumped myself. I'm an idiot. Anyway, the movie that's not Ghost Ship but has the same box art, the 80s movie with George Kennedy. I saw a VHS rip of that when I first reviewed it, and it sucked. Then I saw it on DVD, and then I saw it on Blu-ray, and it got better. It's still not great, but my opinion of it went up after seeing it clearer than the VHS transfer. Sometimes that works against a movie too. I say this all the time, in that there are certain movies that look too clean and shouldn't, and that can kind of hurt. Some movies need to be seen on snowy cable at 2 a.m. for the full effect. There are just some movies that are too clean, and you can see the filmmaking, and it just kind of ruins a little bit of something. I'm not advocating for like VHS over anything else, but on occasion there are just certain movies that are too clean. I've watched certain Grindhouse movies that are too clean, and then you get a Grindhouse print it's clean enough, but it's still kind of gross. That's really the best of both worlds right there. It's like you've got a nice like widescreen print that you can look at, but it's still scratched all to hell. That's fine with me too. I just like to be able to see. I like to be able to see the movie I'm watching. I don't think that's too much to ask. Death Ship. Thank you, Julian. Death Ship. I'm an idiot. I mean, it's right there. Ghost is Death Ship. I've seen that movie more than most people have seen that movie, and there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it at all. I have seen Tales from the Dark Side. I've watched many episodes of Tales from the Dark Side. I reviewed the movie. The movie's here somewhere. Hopefully it's still up. But yeah, I like all those anthology shows. I do. I've been meaning to dive back into some of them. Doesn't mean there's going to be more episodes of that show, but I've been meaning to go back and watch some more anthology stuff. I really like anthology shows. They're fun. Yeah, Return of the Living Dead is kind of too clean on Blu-ray. I think DVD might be okay for that, because I do think it needs to be widescreen. But the Blu-ray is very clean, and while it comes in handy on certain scenes, other scenes you just kind of need a grunginess to it. Why don't do that? Why are you doing that? Thank you for that donation. That was unnecessary, but I appreciate it. Well, that's nice. That's very nice. Thank you. I was not looking for that. That's not why I'm here, but that's very nice. I will have a cup of coffee tomorrow. Thank you. Impressive set piece. What's the most impressive set piece you've seen in a B movie? Man, I mean, that scene in the mall in Invasion USA is really good, and it just keeps going. My brain is mush right now in terms of stuff I've seen recently. There are some sequences in PM Entertainment movies that will just make your jaw drop in terms of stunts, action, and how did no one die making this movie. If you can, go to Wikipedia and just look up PM Entertainment and look at their filmography, and then just watch them. Just watch some of the. You skip like the first 4 or 5. They were still finding their footing, but man, when they get a hold of some cars and a ramp, it's so good. It's so good. I'll put something together about that here at some point. Let's see. You know, I watched some of the 90s Outer Limits recently, and every iteration of that show has some very, very interesting stuff in it. Stop playing with your beard. That and the Twilight Zone reboot also will just come out and have a banger of an episode. And yeah, those shows when they're firing on all cylinders, they're really good. There was another Outer Limits at some point, and even it had some stuff in it that was good. So the best road trip movie is probably Spies Like Us, off the top of my head. Second best road trip movie would be Road Trip. Also Euro Trip, for reasons. Let's see. Dead and Buried. Yes. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. But yes, thank you for watching the video and then going and seeking out that movie. I feel like I'm the number one the number one champion for Dead and Buried. It doesn't stick the landing. I think the end of that movie is kind of nonsense, but it's good. It's so good. It's so moody and good. It's just one of those movies where it's like no one's seen it, so like all the scenes haven't been ruined. You know, it hasn't been turned into memes or anything like that. So I have not talked this much in a long time. So excuse me a second. So let's see, we're at 30 minutes. That should be enough recording for me to take a look at. I'm going to stop and go do that. Let me run through some sources here real quick again, one more time. And then I'm gonna stop, but I'm gonna come back now that this works. Like I said, maybe next week I think we're gonna do like a little special event kind of thing. And it would be great if y'all come back. So let's just run through some stuff here. Hang on. I'll come back and say goodbye before I'm done. So let me just hit some buttons. You're thinking of Flesh Eater is the movie that you're trying to think of. And that movie is pretty good because it's half a zombie movie and then it becomes some other weird thing. I didn't touch anything. How did that happen? Okay, now let's okay, this is going to change for a second. I'll be back.
This is station KMBC, Channel 9, Kansas City. KMBC's entire broadcast schedule is a copyright original compilation work. No recording or retransmission or other use may be made of KMBC's programming without the express written consent of KMBC TV.
All right, my audio should be back now. I should be on the screen. Hello. Look at me in the little box. Help. And let me unmute the audio. So, am I still clear over the game audio? Can you still hear me well? Can you make out everything I'm saying? Or do I need to bring the game down a little bit more? It is totally up to you. I'm totally interested in what you think, because you will be the people listening to whatever content I end up making here with this new stuff. Yes? Okay, great. It is. You're right. I just grabbed one and threw it up in the corner because it had a right angle, but you're right, it is like the Half-Life 2 thing. Huh. Alright, I'm going to bring the game down a little bit more. Okay, the game audio is down 2 more notches. How about now? What do you think about the way I sound in compared to... Now I'm just talking over the video game. Is the game audio still a little too loud? What do you think? What do you say, fans? Okay, I think we're good. All right, good. Settings are good. I'm gonna lock those in. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. We'll do this again. Wait, even if it's just chit-chatting or whatnot, we'll do it again. It's fun. But like I said, next week, I think I'm gonna do a thing. So let's do that thing. Okay?